In this tutorial, I want to share with you how to recreate a printable where you are showing your students they're working on three-dimensional shapes and practicing naming those shapes, counting the faces, and counting the number of edges. So I have a page already set up with the name and the title. If you want to know how to set up your printable page like this, check out any of the videos in my 30-day back to school math resource challenge. Any of the videos from 1 to 15 show you how to set up your page. When you're finished, they also show you how to save it, export it as a PDF, and get it ready for printing. So we already have the basics of our page set up. I want to find and insert these three-dimensional shapes. So we have a rectangular prism, a cube, a sphere, cylinder, pyramid, and a cone. So what I want to do is go to insert, go where you see shapes. We're actually going to go next to that and click on icons, and when those load, we're just going to type in the name of those shapes and see what pops up. So let's start with cube. So you have two options here, one with a thick outline and one with a thin. So I'm going to choose the one with the thin. And I'm just going to insert it and leave it how it is for now. Once I have all of the shapes on the page, then I'll resize them. So let's do a sphere next. Alright, so we have our 6 images. I'm going to select all of them and then resize them to make them a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to separate them out. I want to leave space for the descriptions under each shape as well as a border outline. Alright, so I have them spread out. Now I want to kind of align them. Now I'm going to create the text boxes to place under each of the shapes. So I'm going to go to insert and create text box. I don't want it to be that big. Let's change the font. So we're going to start with name and then give space for them to write the name. Hit enter, then we're going to do number of faces and number of edges. There is our text box to describe each of the three-dimensional shapes. I think I like how that looks. Let's see if I need to bring anything down. I'm going to duplicate the text box and bring it to the bottom to see how much space is there. Before I duplicate the rest, I want to insert or create my border. So I'm going to go over to insert shape and choose a rectangle and cover the entire page. And then what I do when I make this rectangle is I change the shape to fill of white, and then the border is black, and I try to increase the weight of the border. Let's do 4.5 again, and I'm going to hold the shift key down while I bring in the rectangle so all the lengths and dimensions remain proportional. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to right click it and then go to send to back, and then so that's it as a solid line. I'm going to change it to that dashed line. So I'm going to go to format pane and click on line, and let's go to our dash type. See how that looks. Yep, that's the one I want. Alright, so looking at it with the border, I can bring the text box over slightly. There's enough space. And it's not simple, but it's as simple as that. The page has now been recreated. So we have our attributes of three-dimensional shapes where students can write the name, the number of faces, and count the number of edges on that sheet. So that's how you add in or insert three-dimensional shapes on PowerPoint. I hope this tutorial was helpful in creating another math resource for your students to work on.